The gap between rich and poor in the UK is now wider than at any time since the Second World War.
It doesn't get any better. It gets worse and worse as it is going.
We asked 4 children to show us what life is really like growing up in Britain today below the poverty line.
I'm here to help that. It's case working.
Shopping. That. Shopping that. Shopping that. Shopping that. Shopping that. Shopping that. There's all sorts of things that happen bad around here in my life.
Money is the main priority. I always worry about it.
It's not about money. If she was subject to every fucking principle, whatever.
Hello. Hello.
All of the children in this film have their parents' permission to talk to us. They live at home and they speak for the 3.5 million or so kids who are living in poverty in Britain today. This is their story.
My name's Sam. I'm 11 years old and I live in Leicester. In school, on the ground, go wild.
Sam lives with his dad and older sister. His mum walked out on the family on Sam's 2nd birthday. The poverty line for Sam's family, with 1 parent and 2 kids, is just over £1,000 a month after housing costs. But they have to get by on far less than that.
I think I'm poor because I'm going to get 420 quid a month. That goes on what we need and not what we want. We have to spend it on food and electric and gas. The electric is put on a key, which goes into a box, and Dad puts a fiver on every so often. And when we run out of electric, the whole house goes. Everything just shuts off. Except for battery-powered stuff and candles. And the gas, when that runs out, the whole house is freezing. You see me running upstairs, getting my cami, which is on my bed, and just sitting there going like, right, you can do it like this.
Sam's half-brother Caleb lives part-time with the family, though he mostly stays with his mum up the road.
Will you bang it?
Do you want me to look after him away for dinner?
You're supposed to be getting changed into your pyjamas, aren't you? I was saying, Kelly, I'll help you get changed into your pyjamas, okay? Okay?
Come here then, little man.
Can I have Sam down here, please?
Yep. Sam, Dad wants you downstairs, mate.
Why are you reading books when you should be getting changed, mate?
I've got change.
So, why hasn't KD changed then?
I've been trying to tell him.
I expect you to have a little bit of care of your 6-year-old brother, mate.
Okay.
Now, I don't expect you just to sit there and watch him hurt himself, mate.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
That's what you got. For the last 10 years, I've been daddy, mummy, friend, enemy, the entire spectrum. We have a child benefit, which is £20.70, I think. I get a child tax credit of £51, and then I'll get my unemployment benefit every fortnight, which at the moment is £66 due to deductions being taken. So that's the amount that we have coming in at the moment. Not a lot. It's about £70 to £80 a week, as you break it down.
3/4 of all children in this part of Leicester live in low-income families. But money is especially tight for Sam's family, as they lost £13.40 a week in child benefit when Kaylee turned 16.
At the minute, Dad's having to finance me and
my brother's using what money he gets. He doesn't get paid for me anymore, even though he's supposed to because I'm in full-time education.
With every penny accounted for, the family have no choice but to rely on credit for many household items.
We have to put money into the TV, otherwise it won't work. And it has to be £1. £1. 6 hours. You're not actually paying for the TV, you're paying for a household item, say the fridge, the cooker or the washing machine. They'll give you a set amount to pay off each week, 2 weeks or month.
Straight from the North Pole come the elf on the shelf's favorite furry friends. Elf pets.
Elf pets, elf pets.
Tell them all your Christmas wishes and share their story. They're Santa's cuddly helpers, and they make the holidays even more special. Who's ready for Christmas?
Elf pets, elf pets.
Each sold separately, comes with storybooks.
Elf pets!
Month. Ours is set on around about £50 a month at the minute.
But like all credit, this form of payment incurs interest, costing extra money Sam's family can ill afford.
Oh yeah. My name is Courtney. I'm 8 years old and I live in Bradford.
Courtney lives with her mum and her 3 sisters.
Stupid pig.
4 out of 5 children in this part of Bradford are in low-income families.
Whoa, look at these big cabbages!
This estate also has one of the highest levels of families dependent on tax credits.
We're like a kind of poor family. We're different because we can't do that much in our house. There, we all picked them all. People with more money, they'll have like more stuff to play with in the garden and more detail in the house. When like people haven't got know what to do when they're bored outside, they can go in and do puzzles and colour and everything, and we can't do that. When we're bored outside, we've got to go in and sit inside and watch TV. Let's go.
Courtney's parents split up 3 years ago, and since then her mum has had to look after the children on her own. With no chance of getting a job with such young kids, the family is living well below the poverty line.
It means that I have to borrow off my mum to get through the week.
Woo!
Can't afford, we make us home fun, don't we, kids?
Do you like my sandcastle?
How mad am I playing in the sand with my children?
Activities that involve spending money, like going swimming or even taking a bus, are out of the question.
I can't afford it on my own. Can only just afford to eat. Sometimes.
You like my little dinner?
Your little dinner?
Yeah.
What's for tea then, Sand?
A bottle of pop and some dinner. If you do skinny, you could die. If you do fat, you could die. For dinner, and we have a big version of a sausage roll.
What do you have for breakfast?
No. Because I sometimes forget to make myself some toast or something. Or we're going to be late for school.
Do you ever go without lunch?
I'll go without dinner when I'm at home, but when I'm at school, I get dinner. I have tea when I'm at home, but I sometimes go without dinner. And my mum hasn't got enough money. And she owes people money.
1 in 5 low-income families report skipping meals, but kids living with single parents are twice as likely to go without.
Bath oil. Don't use it all at once. Right.
I was really poorly when I was born because I wasn't meant to be born in October.
Medicine.
And I've got eczema.
For itching. Cream for your legs. Don't lose it. More cream.
Every time I get mad with my mum, just sneak upstairs and scratch it and scratch it and scratch it and scratch it until it bleeds. Because it makes me feel calmer. My name is Paige, I'm 10 and I live in Glasgow. Well, let's get out of the damp houses.
Paige lives with her mum and dad in a tower block in the Gorbals. Glasgow is arguably the poorest city in Britain, with every single family living below the poverty line in some areas. Here in the Gorbals, 82% of children are growing up in poverty.
Right, I'm getting off of this. No, jump! Ah! Sometimes it's hard to survive with what we've got because sometimes you run out of money and you can't get what you want to get. Like when you go out on your bike and all that and you skiff your shoes off and you get holes in your shoes, it's hard for your mums and dads.
Bombay Sapphire Premier Cru. We capture the bright, fresh citrus flavor of sustainably grown Spanish fino lemons, a celebration of nature's finest flavors.
And dads to get like new shoes or go out for a family meal or something, but it's hard when you've not got a lot of money to do all that. And I don't know how my mum and dad do it, but they do. And I think that's very good. I'm gonna jump. I fell off that wall, you know, and I've even climbed. We've got like the park, but if you had to walk past that, a lot of people would think, oh, that doesn't look like a very good place to stay. The pitch is just there where the boys play football, but the pitch has been ruined and all. How are you meant to play football? It's seriously out of order. You can't play football in here. There's housing association that put us in these houses. You must be kind of bad to put people in houses like this. The other day, me and my friends found needles in the chippy bins, a big bag of them, and it's not very nice to see that. At our age, I'm only 10 and people are and we're seeing stuff like that when you're out to play. It's not very nice.
But the thing that affects Paige's day-to-day life most is the damp that permeates her flat and many others in these blocks.
My house is really damp. My house is damper than your house. My house is damper than yours. You make the outside of the box look nice and the inside just look terrible. It's very small and damp and wet and you can't put much of your furniture up at the window because it'll get all your clothes all mouldy. And a few times my mum and dad had to buy new clothes because of the mouldiness. It really annoys me because some people would bully you because your house isn't all fancy like theirs. How would they feel if they were in a house like this? They wouldn't really like it. It's not like our fault, it's the best, it's just the way the dampness is, and you can't put like wallpaper and paint all that because if you do that then the dampness is going to show through and it's a waste of your money.
Oh,
Like, there's there's a little paper here as well that my dad's had to rip off, and up there it's all damp. And on Christmas night, our ceiling fell on top of us.
If you have
And
a dad,
now
probably
this
your
is
dad can
my
fix it.
dad hasn't pulled any of that off. It's all fell off itself, and like the state of that and all that, and the windows are disgusting as well.
Paige's family was already living with damp before moving here, so when this flat became available, her mum jumped at the chance, hoping things would improve.
And then I moved in here 2 months down the line. Winter came and it was soaking, man. Soaking. I mean, like ceilings of icicles, man. So I felt green again, man. I was like, oh, it's happened to me already again, John. But I'm just one of you people just, after things get, I just keep getting on with it, do you know what I mean?
My blinds are really, really mouldy. I mean, they've got mould all over the place, my blinds, and they've got all these little black circle damp things, and as you can see, I've been trying to cut the little black circle damp things off. This was green fluff with black all over it, so I cut this way, and the other night I was going to just cut all the blinds off. I can't sleep up my top bunk because sometimes the dampness spreads along the way, and I'm lying like that and it'll go on my chest, it'll hang with my chest and everything. So I can't sleep up my top bunk, although kids really like to sleep at the top bunk, I can't. And it was really disgusting. I mean, no wonder your mum and your dad feel sick and all that all the time. And I feel sick. It's because the other day I felt really sick and I really wanted to go to the hospital. I was carrying my mum, I wanted to go to the hospital because this house is so bad. So it's ridiculous.
It's not just asthma that's linked to damp living conditions. Children in flats or houses with mould are 2.5 times more likely to suffer from nausea and vomiting as well. Paige's friend Courtney also lives in the tower blocks.
Everybody in my house is getting not well. When I pick my sister up, she always smells of mould, and when I cuddle her, it actually gives me illness as well. She's always not well. I can't go to school usually because I have chest infections. Imagine you'd be sick every single day because of the mould. That's edible in the ceiling.
Oh my god.
And my toilet isn't as bad as this. No way. Oh, that is really bad under the mattress, and that's just dampness as well. I mean, look at your walls. Have you just painted your room? It's showing already. It makes me feel really bad because it's not.
This Christmas, nothing's stopping us. So go all out and enjoy 6 of our finest mince pies for just £1 with your Tesco Club card. That's a price not to be scoffed at. Tesco, every little
I don't want
helps.
me to have to worry £1
Not good for kids. It's not just the look of the house, it's inside the house as well. It can give you so many diseases and stuff. That's really bad.
I was working for that. I was fixing
Paige's
the
only hope of escaping the damp
It
of the
wasn't me
Gorbals
getting paid.
is if her family could
was
be
company.
rehoused out of the tower blocks.
I just hope that I have a better house than this and feel more comfortable. Bye.
In Leicester, Sam's dad is keen to find a job that might fit around childcare.
Wow, it says no jobs
You
found.
can't feel with baby.
I'm actually quite surprised that you've managed to do 2 searches and nothing at all has come
Instead
up.
of paying
That's how the job
company,
market is at the moment.
there's still people.
The computer said no. The computer said no. It's not easy for people to look for jobs now because for every 5 people, there's 1 job.
Is that what school is teaching?
So it's a lot harder to find jobs. The people are taking jobs that he needs.
Almost half the children in this part of Leicester live in families without work, and Sam, like Courtney, sometimes goes without meals as a result.
Until Dad has a job, we don't have any money. And sometimes I don't even get lunch. But then I go, yeah, I'm not hungry. I'll save. And then I save up my hunger. So when dinner comes, I've eaten it all.
The last job I had, I was earning nearly £400 a week on it. That's almost a month's income for me now. So, from what I had a week, I now have a month.
You should go down the river fishing.
Need some sort of scaling and that. Yeah.
You might get
Which is why I want to go back to work so badly.
But I come with you. See who the fuck will give
The
you
family's
that time.
finances also affect Sam's school
Go find
life.
those who's fishing for pleasure.
I have to reuse my sister's shirts. And then I get called a girl, which gets me psyched up. Then I just want to punch them. But then I get detention or sent in isolation. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a girl shirt or ripped trousers or a girl blazer. As long as you've got them, it doesn't matter what you're wearing. It matters who you are. They call me ankle swingers because I have ripped trousers and they're too small for me. But that's the rip. People call me big girl blouse as well because I'm wearing girl blazers and shirts. But this is a girl shirt because girls have them little flicks, them little lines. My sister donated this shirt to me because I needed a shirt for school.
I worry about Sam all the time. Once you're marked for life. The minute people find out you're poor, they automatically assume, and then you lose that friend. You have to be so careful what you say, because you're automatically in the back of your head, you're always going, what if I say something and they don't like it? What if I let something slip? You always got the what ifs going through your head.
What they're doing is they're bullying me vocally.
What?
Like, Dad, I'm being bullied. And he said, why don't you fight back? Because they're not doing it physically, they're doing it vocally.
You tend to just start merging into the background, not wanting to join in because you don't want people to know what's going on at home.
I hate this.
You became bully.
I hate my hair.
Me too.
Sometimes it does feel like you've got a big, hefty secret and you need to keep it
How you
hidden.
become a bully?
It puts you in that mindset of, oh, I'm lower than everybody else, I'm not worth as much as everybody else, which lowers your self-esteem to start with. And then you've got the idea of not having the money to get the right, say, like clothing at the time, because when you're in school, it's all about what you're wearing, isn't it? So you don't have the money to get the clothing, which sparks the bullying, and then the bullying lowers your self-esteem, and then your self-esteem gets so low that you end up hurting yourself to make yourself feel better.
Sometimes I'm out here on my own, because then I can talk to myself, which I usually do.
Do you ever get lonely?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
I did try and take my own life when I was younger. I was thinking things along the lines of, I'm not worthy enough to be here. I'm nobody wants me here, I'm better off dead, things like that. Basically, up was down, down was up, and left was right, and right was left, if you know what I mean. I was so confused at the time. You don't really think about, is it going to work? You mainly just do it. And if it works, it works. If it don't, you try again. Until somebody breaks the cycle for you.
We'll play that game that we normally play, where it's underground maze and it's really dark and we need to find our way around. There's rats and dead stuff under here.
In Bradford, the long summer break has begun. For well-off children, this means holidays away from home, trips out and treats. But for poor families, it's just another struggle.
Well, just take them somewhere for a day when you've got money to spend, can't you? Give them money to do what they want then, and you can't when you're on, I'm on benefits.
No free school meals during the week puts food bills up. And there is the constant temptation of the ice cream van.
Yes, there's not your system.
But it's the need to find something to do for free that preoccupies Courtney.
There's naught to do here, it's really boring.
Yeah, I can see my neighbor have all of that. Me don't have a home. There's a system, can you write it there that this neighbor do not have a home? He's still on the street?
A cellar to keep dead bodies in there. No, it's not a cellar there. What is it? Graveyard.
Sorry?
There's some holidays. It's a kind of part of your life, but it gets to what and you feel sick.
No, I'm not renting. I'm expecting to have a house on the housing.
You can only go to the park.
Is that it?
Play about on youth. I don't go swimming because my mum can't afford it. Come on. Someone's actually cute.
What happened when a call center is looking after you?
We can't see downstairs from here. Because the floor's fall. Look at that, and loft. Someone's been breaking through here, you know. Shall we go in bedroom? No, you can't
Do not call center.
Scary up there.
Oh my god. Call center only want to take money. They do not really want to put that money there.
I get jealous when other people go on holiday and we can't afford it. Our family can't do that other kids can do. They get to go out to Bradford and play out at Bradford. Then you get more adventures and you get to learn more about this world and that. And just what happened in the past and that. What's he backing up? Hold on! You can't get me, nan. Courtney's got no knickers on. Time out now, time out. I need to go to shade again. Let's go to shade. When did you go on holiday? I haven't been. I haven't gone on holiday. Have you ever been on holiday? No, I've only been to Scarborough with school. I've been to Mallorca, Greece, Crete, and how long did it take you to get to Greece? I think 2 hours. How did you get there? By a plane. Don't you go in helicopter?
Yes, hello, I'm
No.
speaking with Mr. Yasin.
Oh, yeah. No. Are you scared of heights? No.
By the way, this is from HDR or house.
I won't be scared to fly pitch. Is that why you don't go on holiday? I don't go on holiday yet because my mum got that.
You may have some damages out there,
To go on
which you are
holiday about
renting from such as
1,500 quid or something.
Malgus,
How come your family
then I will make sure that you will
they
receive
can
a
go on
tax
holiday and
compensation as well. Now,
It's because my family is scared of heights.
Say again? Do you have any damages in your plane? Who gave you my details? Sorry? Who gave you my details?
Oh, so sweet.
Okay, get this from, I'll get your details from our...
Holly's family can afford nicer
system.
clothes than me
Yeah,
because
does
her
not
family
your
works
system
and my
tell
family don't.
you that
My
I'm
mum
homeless?
works
I do not have
after
a home?
people who are really
So I know
poorly
that
and they can't walk and
all
they're
that I
in a
said is, do you
wheelchair.
have any
My dad
damages and we
does
will repair it to you
gardens
and you will
and
receive the
stuff.
damages.
So like
Yeah,
if
well,
something
I can
breaks
see my
down in
neighbor
our
have
house,
all of
my
that.
dad
We
can
don't have
fix
a
it
home.
and mine we
Does your
can't because
system,
we
can
can't
you
afford
write
the
it
money to
there
get
that this name do not
council
have
to
a home?
fix stuff and that.
He's
If
still on the
your
street?
family work, you get more money in your house, but if they don't, then you get
Okay,
less money in your house.
are you renting
So
or
my
not?
mum can't lend me the money
Sorry?
when I become 21 or whatever,
Are you
how old I
renting?
become. And
No,
then
I'm not renting. I'm
I
expecting
just
to have
won't
a
be
house
able to
from the
work and
outset.
do what I want to. You never know.
Okay,
When
that's
you
it.
get
Thank
older,
you so
you
much.
might
Is that
be a richer. You never know. I think that my future is gonna have loads of bad things in it and then a few good things. Because she's gonna be richer when she grows up and I'll be poor. I'm just saying this might not be my future. Social workers might pay for you or something. The what? Social workers will be dead by the time I'm 21.
Oh, you.
None of my family are working in like. I'm a little kid about 3, 4 or something. I'll ignore my future and just wait until it comes up to my future to find out what happens in that.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I can leave us right now, us right now, us right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I can leave us right now, us right now, us right now.
In Glasgow, Paige's most heartfelt wish has come true. The family has been offered a house north of the city in Drumchapel. They move today.
I wonder how much money my dad paid for that van. £35. Just to hire it out for the day. And then you need to get petrol or that.
I don't know whether I'm coming or going. Still don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm leaving everything animal behind.
Kids should be in houses with their dog and their rabbit and
As
all
long as your
that.
health is getting
I'm
better,
so lucky
you
in
should
fact
accept.
to get that, and I'm happy. And when I
God
move out of this
bless
new
you.
house, I'll be really happy. So I will. So
Just keep the
Courtney's
place
family haven't been
clean
so lucky, but she's still hopeful
and
that the council will
irate.
find them a new house soon.
when I heard that Paige was
With
moving house,
pound,
I felt
more
like she was
tissue will
really
not
lucky.
grow.
You can get dogs,
Cleanliness,
cats,
aeration,
rabbits,
will
hamsters, anything she
help
wants.
your health.
She could even have
Maybe
an
not the
elephant out
most,
of that
but your
garden.
health.
Bye. Bye flats. You need to wave me off. You need to wave me off. Wave me off. There you go, Courtney. Take care of you. She'll never see the day. Bye. Love you, bye. Oh, Mum, you'll be alright. It's weird leaving, isn't it? It's going to be much better.
Anyway, it's
Better than
right
a
for
flat.
leaving everything behind.
I know. We still have a better life there.
Go and sit. You
Paige's new home
you
is a
can see
half-hour
your
drive
health.
from the Gorbals.
Right, there's my house there. That is beautiful, Paige. Everybody run! Go, 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 my house! Wait. We're home. I'm home, Dad. I can't believe how different it is, to be honest with you. I thought it was just going to be one toilet, 2 bedrooms, a living room and a kitchen. Same old, but no, it wasn't. It was 2 toilets, 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, front door and a back door and 2 gardens. So, really different to what I thought it was going to be. I think my life will be much better now that I've actually got a proper home and nobody can talk about me or going to smell Huckley's up your stinking. Huckley's smell of dampness, nobody can say stuff like that about me anymore. Feels weird, doesn't it? Yeah. I just think that it's amazing how a person that needs to be staying up high rises can get a house like this. I seriously can't believe it. It's so weird. Just look up there and just like that. It's great. Mummy, can you put some on my back, please?
Oh my god.
It did get bad on the legs, so it's clearing up now though.
You did better.
Your hair looks right today. Oh, did it you?
Courtney's summer holidays are almost over. Soon she'll be back at school.
My best learning objective is doing right and wrong. That's good because we learn about what's right and what's wrong in life and what's wrong outside and what's wrong inside and that. And it's not about judging people on their looks. Umbrella. Found it. But how do you put it up? Somebody left it. Time of it.
Bombay Sapphire Premier Cru. We capture the bright, fresh citrus flavor of sustainably
Even
grown
if they go
Spanish Fino
center from
lemons.
India to take complain
A
about your
celebration
house.
of nature's
Even
finest
if you stay on
fruits.
the street, you have to give complain about your house.
But the new school year brings new expenses, something Courtney is only too aware of.
My mum is finding it hard to go out shopping and buy all new uniforms like other children can get. She hasn't given Argos and that the money that she owes them. Well, she has, but she hasn't given them enough. Some parents got loads of money and they can afford to get taxis and go to the shop and buy new uniforms for the kids. But my mum has to walk all the way to the shop and she can't afford to get us new uniforms that are all posh and nice. Posh means like really nice with loads of detail on and that. My mum can't afford to get us like them. She can afford to get us clothes with detail on and colour and that, but
You're going to give
she
her
can't
allowance
like
for this.
afford to
Don't
get
worry
us
about it.
with like gold and silver diamonds on and whatever else. If like you've only got little toys and that, you should still be grateful because your mum and dad have got to go out and buy you food, brand new clothes for school, clothes that fit you for school. Because as you get older, the clothes that you used to wear as babies or when you were 8 or somewhere, as you get older, you grow too small for them. So your mum needs to go out and buy you new ones and that. Like I'm 8 now, on my next birthday I'll be 9. So she's a teenager, and I won't use a teenager when you're 13. I think what's going to happen on Chantel's birthday is that, like, she'll get the cake that she wants, but she won't get all the presents that she wants. She'll only get some of them. I might have a dolly house with some people. I don't think you will. I'll be rich. Then I can buy anything what I want. That's playing the game. No, it is a bit hard. But what if it on that other brick there? This isn't hard yet. Oh. No, would be hard. Oopsie, nearly both of your feet off. We are nearly on the end of our stepping stone game. That was quick.
lot of people apply for that job.
In Leicester, Sam's dad still hasn't been able to find a job. With money tighter than ever, Sam has little option after school but to play at home with his friend Guy.
You know my
I
friend,
spend all
they
day,
always
every
got
day
free job.
inside on a weekend.
Everywhere they get
Oh
job.
yeah.
Somehow they always get job.
Guy, your circumstances better than mine. I
It's
don't
only
get
me
a
and
lot
your
of
dad
money.
that cannot find job.
£1
Yeah, because
feels
we know how we're
like a
supposed
whole
to get
year
paid.
of pocket money.
With Sam's birthday, then Christmas, both coming up in the next 2 months, there's even more strain on
Friend,
the
even
family's
if you give him
finances.
peanuts, he will work. He doesn't
Birthdays
come
and
from
Christmas
here.
are always
He
stressful.
didn't study to be here.
It involves spending money that I don't
Now
really
he want to
have.
study to be here.
Probably using a better word.
You
have to
should
treat
get
kids
that.
in the same manner as all other children.
Tourists is applying on universal credit and caseworkers helping them. Now you born here.
I can't take the kids off to Alton Towers for a day out. You know, I can't take them anywhere where money is involved in reality. Everything I do has to be planned around lack of money as opposed to with money.
No, I'm freezing up here. I'm in, Daddy. I'm just freezing up here. Mine's going, mine's gone.
Everybody's losing jobs, and so people are going to get less and less money, and soon we're going to starve to death.
I don't think we're ever going to starve to death.
Yeah, but they're raising the prices
Let's go
of
fishing,
food
let's go
and
hunting,
lying
dude. Why don't your
the
friend
money.
not say stuff like that?
But still, we're never going to starve to death.
No, if we can help it.
The thing
Our
is,
friend like me.
We're vegetarian.
they're saying
Let's go
you
hunting.
either get a
Duck.
job or
Pig.
you're buggered, basically. They're trying to
If
get
you're too
everybody to
hungry, you
get a
can
job.
get host.
And at the same time, they're getting rid of so many jobs. It's stupid.
Yeah, how are you supposed to get a job when jobs are going away?
Job are not going away. There
I'm
is a
being
lot of
frustrated.
job.
That's how
But
I
they do
feel.
not want to put us where we have to
I'll
work.
take years for my dad to get a job. Or maybe decades. Or even, maybe, centuries.
Oh my.
That is looking well nice. It looks like venison curry, but it's not. How to make something look really expensive when actually it costs next to nothing. Well, yeah. As far as I know, my dad's already in debt. I wouldn't say it's okay, but you've got to do what you got to do, ain't you? If you need, say, for instance,
this
the
is
cooker
cook
breaks,
home, you know.
you need that to heat your food. Without the cooker, you can't eat much, and you won't get any warmth from the food.
I believe you.
So, yeah,
We're not meant
sometimes
to
you've got
eat
to
like
get
that.
into debt to keep yourself alive.
You can eat duck,
You know what I mean?
fish, pig, horses.
The family's debts are not helped by the fact
There's
that Kaylee's
beer,
child
deer,
benefit
rabbits.
still isn't being paid, even though she's in full-time education. This costs the family almost £60 a month.
Have they sorted out my claim?
No, the bollocks.
I don't think they had.
It's no hate,
Well,
it's
we have
selfish.
child benefit this week, isn't it? I find out why they have.
Instead
Why
of
it's
selling
taken nearly
yourself
6 weeks for
on
them
a
to
street
bother to
cheap.
reply to me, innit? You know what I mean?
We're going with
It might not be a lot,
dealers.
but you know what I mean, we're talking a couple of £100 at least and that I should have, that I've not had.
And now Dad is
You better
juggling.
go fishing. Go
Money.
to the river.
Come on. Going, food, debt, food, debt, food, debt, food, debt, food, debt, food, debt.
So if I was to borrow £200 from, say, Providence or Shopper Check, yeah,
Better get
essentially
out
that's
of
going to
it,
cost me
dude.
£300 or £400 to pay back.
I'm here.
Yeah? Right, so
Right next
in the
to me,
period,
right
although I'm
next
going to
to
get
you.
my money back from the social, yeah, it's then cost me
The
an extra
militant is a
£150 I've
militant.
got to find, yeah, which, you know, will take 15 or 16 weeks on top just to get back to where I should have been in the first place. And that's obviously £150 I've got to take out of the budget that I could be using for the kids, the home, whatever. You know what I mean? So I find that quite stressful, I have to be honest.
The advent of cold weather also means that fuel bills are set to rise.
It is a stress when it comes to winter time because you have to budget in for gas because of the heating, and because we don't have a tumble dryer, we have to dry the clothes on the radiator, which
Yeah,
means
me
it's
and
costing
I'm
more and
allowed to
more